So are you also regularly posting on your LinkedIn account? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to use an AI agent for automated LinkedIn article summarization and sharing. So we're here, I'm a social media manager of a tech company and we regularly post on our LinkedIn, which is the article summaries of our WordPress account. But this was such a tedious and a time consuming process. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this automation where what will happen is that as soon as a new post is posted on my WordPress account, automatically my AI agent, which is OpenAI, is going to generate the summary of that post, and further we can post that summary on our LinkedIn account automatically, that too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between WordPress, our AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then LinkedIn. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll guide you through using an AI agent to automatically summarize and share LinkedIn articles. So instead of manually reading and summarizing the lengthy articles, the AI will generate a concise summary, highlight the key insights and post them on LinkedIn directly without any manual efforts. So this automation ensures that you stay active on LinkedIn, share valuable content with your network and save time while maintaining a strong professional presence. So let's get started and see how it is done. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. Now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to use an AI agent for automated LinkedIn article summarization and sharing. And then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as WordPress right over here, because what I want is that as soon as I'm going to post a new article or a new post in my WordPress account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. So I'm simply going to search for WordPress and then we are simply going to select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new post created. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new post published. And as soon as we're going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our WordPress account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is simply I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are simply going to follow this help text, and it is saying visit plugins, add new plugin inside your WordPress admin area. Search for VP Webhooks plugin in the search bar, install and activate the plugin. Alright, so we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my WordPress account, and after opening my WordPress account, from the left side of the bar, we have to go towards this plugins, and then you have to go towards this add new plugin button right over here. And after coming over here towards this add new plugin button, you have to search for VP Webhooks. So I'm just going to search for VP Webhooks 2 right over here, and I'm just going to search for it. So over here you can see that I've already installed and activated this plugin right over here, which is VP Webhooks. webhooks. And if you haven't installed this plugin, you have to install it right from here. But I've already installed this, so I'm just going to go towards the settings, and as you can see that I'm going to see VP webhooks right over here. So we are simply going to go towards this VP webhooks button right over here. If you want to see the complete setup of installing this plugin, you can check out our YouTube channel for it. Alright, so now after coming over here towards the VP webhooks, we have to go towards this send data. And after coming over here towards this send data, we have to scroll, and in the left side of the bar, we have to select it as post created. And after selecting it as post created, we have to go towards this add webhook URL button given right over here. Now I'm just going to enter my webhook name. Let's say that I'm just going to keep my webhook name as new post created. So I'm just going to enter new post created right over here, and then we're simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow in this webhook URL field. And then we're going to click on this add for post create. Alright, so as soon as we're going to add this webhook URL right over here, with this we have successfully completed our connection. We've successfully added the webhook URL. So with this we have successfully completed the connection, but now it is saying after clicking on this button, it is saying click on the settings link next to the added trigger URL, and then we have to go towards this post, and from that we have to select post in trigger on selected post type. Alright, we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to go towards this triggered URL. We're going to go towards this action 3 dots and then towards the settings, and now it is saying trigger on selected post type. So over here we have to select it as post, and now it is saying trigger or initial post status change. For that we have to select it as published, because what I want is that as soon as a new post is published, then only this webhook URL should get triggered. So that's why we have selected post and published right over here. Now we have to simply click on this save settings. Now after saving this settings, with this we have successfully created a connection between our WordPress account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. And in order to do this test submission, I'm just going to open my WordPress account once again. Now we have to go towards the left side of the bar towards this post, and now we are going to add a new post. For that I'm just going to go towards this add new post button right over here. And as soon as we're going to come over here towards this add new post button, we are going to create a new post and check that if our webhook URL is going to capture the response for the same or not. So I'm just going to enter the title right over here of the post, and after entering this title, I'm simply going to enter the post content, and after simply adding both of these, I'm going to click on this button right over here which says publish. And as soon as we're going to click on this publish right over here, with this our post is going to get published, and upon publishing our post, automatically my webhook URL will get the data of this post. Alright, so first you can see that over here we have successfully created this post, right? So now I'm just going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response for this post created or not. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the post link right over here. I'm just going to move on forward. You can see the post title right over here, and as you can see the rest of the details. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and Pabbly has successfully captured the response. So with this we have successfully completed this step, and now what we want is I want to use an AI agent for automated LinkedIn article summarization and sharing. So what I want is I want my AI agent to summarize this post which we posted right now on our WordPress account. So to do this, I'm just going to select my action application as my AI agent, which is OpenAI in this case. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI. You can use any another AI agent too, like Google Gemini. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this button right over here which says connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key which you need to enter here. Alright, so I'm just going to go towards my OpenAI API keys page, and to go over there I'm simply going to open this hyperlink given right over here, and it is redirecting me to my OpenAI API keys page. And now over here you can see all the API keys which I've already created. But in order to create a new API key, I'm just going to go towards this create new secret key and name my key. Let's say that I'm just going to name my key as testing right over here. So I'm just going to enter testing right over here. Now it is asking me to select the project. So I'm just going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And over here you can see that this is my key. So I'm simply going to copy this key, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And now after pasting this API key, we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says save. And yes, with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now it is asking me to select the AI model. So I'm just going to select my AI model as GPT-4 right over here. You can select the AI model according to your choice. And now it is asking me to enter the prompt. So I'm just going to enter my prompt right over here. So yes, over here you can see that I've successfully entered the prompt, and now we're going to move on forward. You can see over here I'm just going to enter the title of my article and also the article link. But over here I'm not going to enter it manually, but I'm going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WordPress as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm just going to map the title right over here. As you can see, the same. So we're simply going to map it, and then we're going to map the article link. Alright, so I'm just going to look for the article link in the response of my previous step, and we're going to map it. Now after entering this prompt, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. So I've tailored this prompt according to my specific needs. You can tailor it according to your specific needs. And upon clicking on the save and send test request, you can see that my AI agent has generated the content right over here. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully generated the content, and this is the same content which we are going to post on our LinkedIn account. And in order to post it on our LinkedIn account, I'm just going to add another action step right over here. And now this time for the action application, I'm just going to select it as LinkedIn. So I'm just going to search for LinkedIn right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as share simple text and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your LinkedIn account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says connect with LinkedIn. And as soon as we're going to click on this blue button, over here we have to enter our account credentials, and then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says sign in. And yes, you can see authorization successful. So with this we have successfully connected our LinkedIn account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And as you can see, it is saying connected successfully. So now we're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the author, so I'm just going to select the same. And now it is asking me for the content which I want to post on my LinkedIn account. So here you can see that we are simply going to map the response of our AI agent, which is the message content. Now after mapping this, I also want to enter the article link. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a new line right over here, and to add a new line, I'm just going to enter /n right over here. So I'm just going to enter /n because you can see that in the help text it is clearly mentioned to use this for new line. Alright, and now I'm just going to enter my further message which is view here. So I'm just going to enter view here, and now I'm just going to map the article link to right over here so that my audience on LinkedIn can view the article too. I'm just going to set the visibility as public, and over here you can see that with this we have successfully entered all of these details. And now I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request, and as soon as I'm going to click on the save and send test request button right over here, it is going to post this post on our LinkedIn automatically without any manual efforts. So yes, you can see that we have received the positive response, and now I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account and check for the new post posted. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account, and we're going to simply refresh this right over here in order to check for the new post. And as soon as we're going to refresh it right over here, you can see a new post which our AI generated. You can see the same content which AI agent generated, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. But now I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So I'm just going to open my WordPress account. We're going to add a new post, all right, and we are going to check our workflow in real time. So I'm just going to simply enter the title, and now I'm just going to enter the post content. Now after entering these details, I'm simply going to click on this publish right over here. And yes, as soon as we're going to click on this publish, with this we have successfully published this post. And now what has happened is that using these details, my AI agent has generated a summary, shared it on my LinkedIn account. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account and check for the new post shared, which is the summary of the article. Alright, so I'm just going to refresh my LinkedIn account in order to check for the new post shared right over here. And yes, over here you can see that in real time, within seconds, the post has been shared. Over here I'm just going to click on this view here link in order to check that is it the same article or not. So yes, over here you can see it is the same. So yes, in seconds the post has been shared without any any manual efforts. So this is the power of automation. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow and this video too. And now with every new post published on our WordPress account, our OpenAI is going to generate the post summary and further share it on LinkedIn. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.